Hello, lovely people. You are welcome to my kitchen. It's yet another day on our challenge, and today the menu is in Fante Fante. Yes, you can Fante meme, pepper bee, and we are going to add cocofoto. And this cocofoto recipe, you will love it. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, and let's cook and eat healthy together. Okay, let's see the things you are going to use. I have this beautiful fish, cassava fish, one of my favorite fish, yes. And also we are going to use this fish called sole. Yes, and in my area they call it abrowanhun. Yes, so okay. We're also going to make use of a blended mixture of ginger, onion, garlic, tomato seed, pepper, and natural spices. We're also going to use red oil, and this is my homemade coconut flour. Check the description box for how to make your coconut flour at home. We are going to use it for the cocofoto. Also make use of spring onions, red, yellow, and green bell peppers. We are also going to make use of some chopped tomatoes, onions, and peppers. We also have salt and mixed spices, as well as sauce solution and negro pepper. So that's what we are going to use. Okay, we already have our pan on fire, and we just poured our red oil in our pan. We let it warm up a bit, and then we are going to add negro pepper. Negro pepper gives the oil a very nice, wonderful flavor, and so try it and you will love cooking with negro pepper. The taste is awesome. We are adding our blended mixture to it, and then we'll add our chopped tomatoes also to it, and cover for it to cook together very well. And so with infante, you have to let it cook very well so that it can reduce the sour taste of the tomatoes. Okay, while the stew is cooking, we are going to prepare our cocofoto, and so I have in 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and I just poured in my onions. We'll stir fry for some few seconds, then we are going to add our bell peppers to it, and we will stir fry this for about 20 seconds. Then we'll add in our spices, our black and white pepper, mixed spices, salt solution, and then a bit of dry thyme. Then we'll stir everything together very well and allow it to cook. My dear, this recipe, this cocofoto recipe, if you try it, you will love it. It tastes so good. You will never prepare cocofoto in any way apart from this way. It gives some nice smell, and the taste is so awesome. And so try this cocofoto recipe and you will never regret. It will be one of your favorites on keto diet. Okay, so stir fry it a bit, and then we'll pour our coconut flour into it and stir very well. Check the description side for how to make your own coconut flour at home. And so you stir fry for a while, then we add our spring onions to it. This is not supposed to keep long on fire at all, and so just stir fry a bit, and then we are done with our cocofoto. Yes, coconut flour photo tastes so great. And so we are done. Let's check on our stew. Okay, so we can see our stew is drying up or has dried up, and that is what it's supposed to be. And so at this point you add in our salt and our spices. Yes, so going to add everything to it and stir it very well, cover and allow it to cook and get dry. It's very important for you to let the tomatoes cook very well before you add in your fish. We want to reduce the sour taste of tomatoes in our stew. And so you have to let it cook very well. Okay, we are checking on our stew once again, and this time around it's very dry. Yes, and so at this point you can put in our fish, but hey, you are not supposed to put in the fish straight away. You need to add water to it. So that's the secret to Fante Fante. When the stew cooks very well, add enough water to it. It will prevent the fish from tearing and breaking, and the sauce is going to cook the water, or the extra water is going to help cook the fish very well. And so by the time your fish or your stew will be fully cooked, the water will dry up and none of your fish will be breaking. And so this one of the secrets in cooking sumptuous Fante Fante without breaking or tearing your fish. So at this point, you are going to cover and allow it to cook. So we are checking on our Fante Fante stew. The water is still not yet dried, and so we give it a stir. But when you're stirring, you need to be careful you don't break your fish or tear your fish. So stir it gently, just like what I am doing. Yes, this Fante Fante recipe, you will love it. So the way I love Fante Fante, it goes with anything, everything. But hey, we are on keto, so we are focusing on keto. Okay. You can try Fante Fante stew with plain rice and you will love it if it's well cooked. Hey, and make sure that the pepper is a bit hot. That is when you enjoy it the most. And so at this point, I'm going to put in my green chili. Yes, and the green chili pepper gives it some nice flavor when it's cooked, and your kitchen will be smelling awesome. And so try it and you will love it. You can add some to your ingredients and blend, and also leave some in the stew. We are checking it on it again, and then almost cooked. But at this time we are going to put in our chopped onions. For me, I love onions in my sauce, and so all the time is the last thing I put in my stew or in my food. I want to see onions, and so we are going to add our onions, just stirring it a bit, and then we add our onions to it. We'll cover and let it cook for at most a minute. Then our stew or Fante Fante is done. Fante Fante is not supposed to be too thick or too dry. It's supposed to be a bit watery. Yes, that's it. Okay, so my dear, that's our Fante Fante for you. This goes with everything, but hey, we are going to enjoy this with our Cocofoto. Yes, Cocofoto, and you are going to enjoy this a lot. So give it a try and don't give up on keto. Keto is healthy. Keto helps. So you see, our fish is in just as we want it. It didn't break, it didn't tear. Everything, the fish is just as we placed it in. And so even this fish is very delicate. If you don't handle it well, it will break or it will tear. But you see, with the stirring and everything, still our cassava fish and our soul fish are well placed in without tearing. Okay, so my dear, this is the end result of our Fante Fante and our Cocofoto. My dear, try this Cocofoto recipe and you will love it. Yes, so please, if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, share the video, like and leave a comment. Let me know you are with me, you are dieting with me. And so I'm serving myself and I'm enjoying this meal with my grandmother. Yes, so she's not into keto, but everything keto she will enjoy with me. Okay, and so this, I'm adding my soul fish to it. I'm going to actually use 3 fish for this. This is OMAD. So my 3 fish, that's 3 medium-sized fish or small fish, is nothing really a big deal for me on keto. And don't mind the oil. The oil is good for keto diet. You know, keto is more fats, less or moderate protein, and also no or less carbohydrates. So this is it, and greens are very important. Learn to add more greens to your diet. And so my dear, this is it for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, share the video, like, and leave a comment. Watch out for another recipe. Bye bye.
Ella mina todo, se me shred, me say to